This young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark and back-to-back Rookie of the Years. Can't wait. You know, she's a student of the game.
Yeah.
She loves the game of basketball. She has been so great in how she's handled. She just wants to play. She just wants to win. And I'm looking forward to coaching players like that and this young franchise, this young team.
What if I told you there's a player in the WNBA who's forcing defenders to guard her from half court? Yeah, you heard that right. Half court. That player is Caitlin Clark, and her new coach Stephanie White is over the moon about it. We're not just talking about a good shooter here.
Stephanie White has been named the head coach of the Indiana Fever this morning. White, who spent the last 2 seasons with the Connecticut Sun.
Well, first and foremost, it's home. I mean, this is a franchise in the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA.
Clark made 88 shots from 25 feet or beyond in one season. That's Steph Curry territory. And now she's got a coach who's been dreaming of this moment for years. Want to know how this dream team came together? Remember when everyone was saying Clark couldn't handle the pros? Man, were they in for a shock. Her first few games in the WNBA? Not gonna lie, they were rough. Clark was missing shots left and right, turning the ball over like it was hot potato. It wasn't pretty, folks. You could see the doubt creeping in, even on her face. But then, something crazy happened. It was like someone flipped a switch in Clark's brain. Suddenly, she wasn't just playing in the WNBA, she was owning it. You know what's wild? She went from struggling rookie to all WNBA first team in one season. That's not supposed to happen. Let's talk about her breakout game. It was against the Sparks, and Clark went absolutely bonkers. I'm telling you, it was like watching a video game character come to life. She was hitting threes from half court like it was nothing. Defenders were spinning in circles, looking silly trying to keep up with her. It was insane. Imagine this. Clark's got the ball at the logo. The defender's giving her space, thinking, no way she shoots from there. But Clark, she just smirks and lets it fly. Swish! The crowd goes wild, and the defender's just standing there, mouth wide open. You know what's even crazier? That wasn't just a one-time thing. Clark started doing this night after night. She was making passes no one else would even try, threading the needle between 3 defenders. Her teammates were starting to expect the impossible from her. By the end of that Sparks game, everyone in the arena knew they were witnessing something special. Clark wasn't just good, she was changing the game. Defenders had to guard her from half court. Half court! That's not normal, folks. So how did Clark go from struggling rookie to all WNBA first team in one season? That's the million-dollar question. Was it just raw talent finally clicking? Did she make some secret adjustment to her game? Or was there someone behind the scenes guiding her to greatness? Well, I'll tell you this. It wasn't just Clark figuring things out on her own. There was a secret weapon in her corner, someone who saw her potential from day one. And that someone? They're about to change everything for Clark and the entire WNBA. You think Clark's transformation was impressive? Wait till you hear about the mastermind behind it all. There's a reason Clark went from struggling rookie to all WNBA first team in one season, and her name is Stephanie White. But how did White unlock Clark's potential so quickly? The answer might surprise you. White saw something in Clark that others missed. She believed in her from day one. Imagine this. White's watching Clark in practice, and she sees her make a pass no one else would even try. Instead of shutting it down, White's eyes light up. She starts designing plays just for Clark, letting her shoot from wherever she wants. It's like giving a kid the keys to a candy store. You know what's wild? White's been watching Clark since she was in 8th grade. Talk about playing the long game. White said, "I have been watching Caitlin play since she was an 8th grader. It's an exciting time for me, very excited to be working with her. Can you imagine having someone believe in you for that long?" Clark's court vision? That's all White.
This young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark and back-to-back Rookie of the Years. Yeah, I spoke with Caitlin last night, and I think just overall excitement. You know, I have been watching Caitlin play since she was an 8th grader.
She's been working with Clark on seeing plays before they happen. White's not just coaching Clark, she's redesigning the entire game around her. White calls Clark a generational player and says, "Caitlin isn't just great for women's basketball, she is great for the entire game." That's some high praise. By mid-season, Clark and White are like a dynamic duo.
Grew up in Indiana, played with the franchise, of course a part of the franchise when we won the WNBA championship.
They're finishing each other's sentences in timeouts. It's crazy how in sync they are. White's even said, We're finishing each other's sentences in timeouts. That's not just a coach and player, that's a partnership. But here's the thing, White's not just polishing Clark's strengths. She's working on her weaknesses too. Defense, shot selection, you name it. White's got a long-term vision for Clark, and it's not just about being good now. It's about becoming a legend. So what's the secret behind Clark's insane court vision and passing ability? It's not just natural talent. It's having a coach who understands your game inside and out.
When I was coaching at the college realm and covering her games in college, and just an exciting time. Very excited to be working with her and this young team.
White's experience as a player and coach in the WNBA gives her a unique perspective. She's not just teaching Clark how to play, she's teaching her how to think about the game. White says, "She's a student of the game. She continues to get better." That's the key right there. Clark's not resting on her laurels. She's constantly learning, constantly improving. And with White guiding her every step of the way, the sky's the limit for this dynamic duo.
She just wants to play. She just wants to win. And I'm looking forward to coaching players like that and this young franchise, this young team. Can't wait. You know, she's a student of the game.
Yeah.
She loves the game of basketball. She has been so great in how she's handled.
So, what's next for Clark and White? Let me tell you, they're not just changing the fever. They're shaking up the whole WNBA. You know how some players are good? Well, Clark is on another level entirely. She's making 88 shots from 25 feet or beyond in a single season. That's not just good, that's rewriting the rulebook. And White? She's the mastermind behind it all. She's building a team that's going to make the rest of the league sweat. Imagine what they'll do next season. The other teams better start practicing now.
So also giving them the freedom to make plays. Like, you want to make plays, you don't run plays. I mean, everybody knows at the end of the day, players win the ball game. I'm a forward-thinking, outside-the-box kind of coach. You know, I like to challenge them on a number of levels. They are a high IQ team.
Because Clark and White are just getting warmed up. You think this season was wild? Just wait. Clark's not just a flash in the pan. She's the future of women's basketball. And with White guiding her, man, we're in for a treat. The WNBA won't know what hit it. Get ready for the Clark and White show, folks. It's gonna be one heck of a ride.